Hello, I'm going to teach you how to read a Tailor's L ruler or square in order to create custom drafted patterns for sewing. It's a pretty simple thing here, but let's go over the individual components of the square. This is a square that is 24 inches long on one side of the ruler and 14 inches long on the other side of the ruler. It's using imperial measurements. They also make rulers that are in centimeters as well. So if you need to measure a line that's 24 inches long, you would use the main portion of this. If you notice, it goes, well, it starts at 4 here, but in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it goes all the way to 24 inches long. But if you'll notice, there's also sections here that are marked off 2/3, 1/3, 6ths, 12ths, and 24. What these are referring to are fractions of inches, which I'll get into in just a moment. On the opposite side here, you'll see that the measurements are marked off in halves. 1/2 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, and 1/16 of an inch. And then down here you'll see 32 on the very bottom. The reason why these are marked off into segments is because when you're making patterns, sometimes the pattern will call for 1/3 of a measurement or 1/6 of a measurement. Let's say you have a measurement of 18, but you need 1/3 of 18. You simply start from the corner and draw out here until you see the part that says 18. This happens to be 1/3 of 18 inches. Pretty simple, isn't it? If you need 1/6 of 18, it's right here. Notice that between 1/3 of 18 and 1/6 of 18, it's half the distance. If you need 1/12 of 18, it's half the distance between the 6th and the 12th. So this arm of the ruler is divided into thirds. Thirds, 6ths, 12ths, 24. On the other arm of the ruler, everything is broken down into twos or into halves. So if you need 1/2 of 18, it's right here. 1/4 of 18 is right here. 1/8 of 18 is right here. 1/6 of 18. 1/32 of 18, which you're going to really have to look. You're going to say, okay, it's between 20 and 16 right here, so that's this line right there. You can purchase these rulers commercially. Usually they're made of metal. The reason why this looks a little bit different is because this is a square that I made for myself that I fabricated out of wood, brass, and traditional materials. I was trying to copy the look and feel of a traditional square that would have been used between the 1890s through the 1930s. People still use them. There are still tailoring houses that still use these older squares, but they work exactly the same way. When you're working in decimal, of course, the fractions like 2/3 and everything, these will all end up being different. So when you're making a pattern, it's important to use a square that is using the same increments as the pattern does. Another way that this square is used is for sweeping out or pivoting from one point to another to create an arc.